Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I'm Spreadsheet Gamer and we're up to episode number 11. And we have a crisis on our hands. The crisis is the atmosphere. So we have plenty of oxygen in the middle of our base, but it's running a little bit low up here. We need to get this new rusty oxidizer up and running. We've got one here and one down here. But this one's running most of the time. This one's over pressure. But the issue is that our carbon dioxide is built up all the way to almost the research area. And it's pushing this chlorine and natural gas up almost above the farms. And as soon as that happens, these farms are going to stop running because the little pockets of atmosphere won't have enough pressure and it can't grow in anything other than oxygen or carbon dioxide. So the chlorine and natural gas will stifle the growth of the mealwood here. So crisis there. The reason we've come this far is thanks to wood burners. They're emitting huge amounts of carbon dioxide. So if we have a look at the carbon dioxide emitted there, it's 170 grams per second. Now, the way to solve this crisis basically is to stop emitting carbon dioxide and switch over to something cleaner. We're working on the petroleum generator, but it's still a little ways away. In the meantime, we have got the coal generator that we haven't used. And we've been farming just our one hatch up here, but he's working away, making some babies. And hopefully we can get some of the coal that he's been pooping out into the coal generator. So if we have a look at the coal generator, in comparison to the wood burner, so 170 grams there, only 20 grams for the coal generator. So it's substantially more efficient. It also produces twice the power. So it's almost, the coal generator emits around about 5% of the carbon dioxide that the wood burner does per watt of power. It's slightly worse than that, it's like 6 or 7%, something like that anyway. So this will, if we switch over to using the coal generator, as long as our coal supplies last, that will basically stop the emission of new carbon dioxide compared to what we've been doing. So that's the first step here. We're going to disable those two coal burners, switch on wood burners, switch on the coal power plant, and keep working on this petroleum generator. That's the short-term solution. Medium term, we're going to start pumping some of this gas out here, picking up the carbon dioxide and pumping it out into this area here. And we're going to put an airlock in here so that we can pump it out and keep it out of our main base. So anyway, let's get into it. We're also trying to wrangle this Dreco. But the Drecos over here are being pretty annoying because they're so far away from our supplies of oxygen that they come in here, wrangle them, and I can't get him back in time. But we're nearly there. Here he comes now. Alright, so we're making some more aluminium rather. There we go, wrangling. That's pretty good. Now, if I can just get you to pick him up right there before you go back, that would be ace. Because at least he'll bring him into this room. Ah, no, he didn't. That made things worse. So now he's not wrangled. I guess I was being greedy there. Alright, let's keep trying. So we've got the coal generator running now. It's already hooked up to the automation, so when the battery's full, this will switch off. Another crisis I've created for myself here is this ration box. I need to move that out of there because they are about to start filling this little pool here with ethanol, and if they run through this each time they'll get wet feet, so I don't really want that. There was another thing, that the storage bin has at least been filled with these shine nymph eggs, so I can eject those now, and they won't have lost too much viability and they'll continue incubating. Stinky's got a skill point. Now, one of the things with Stinky is he can skill into hard digging, but more importantly ranching. So he's going to be our secondary rancher. So I'm going to get him into farming right now. And he can actually even help out with the farming in the short term. Whoops, let's get rid of that. And say farming is your next priority after cooking. And then if there's no farming or cooking to do, you go back to supplying. Like that. Gossman's idle. We're going to have Gossman stop digging for a little while. I've created a bit of a problem up here by digging all this out. We're just effectively sucking the oxygen up into here. So That was kind of another stab in the foot, self-stab. So we're going to go into priorities and set Gossman to work on storing as a secondary priority and supplying as a tertiary. So that should help out things a little bit there. Okay, here comes Abe yet again. Hopefully we can get this Draco out of here. Come on. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. So close. He's about to drop him, I think. He's going to fall all the way down. There's really nothing I could do there. If I'd selected him manually and moved him, it would have cancelled his task. But at least the Draco's in this room now, and I can reselect him for wrangling, and he'll get him up there this time. Okay, so this has been done. So we're going to copy settings for this thing. Whoops, not the shine bug. Copy settings, paste there, and deconstruct this one. Okay. So we're building the petroleum generator now. Excellent. Yep. Okay, so he's there. Have we got a task to deliver up here? Yep, I think so. Draco, cool. So this one's elderly, but we don't have any that are incubating. It's all okay, I think. All right. Come and deliver this guy. Where's the farmer? Relocating critter, here he goes. He's going to go down there and not have enough oxygen though. I want you to first come up here, buddy. Come all the way up to here. Fill up your oxygen meter before you go down there. So start filling up right here. I've just made him walk all the way through this oxygen so that he gets replenished a fair bit. Okay, that should be good. Into the water. Sorted. Right. So I said I was going to work on an airlock over here. Let's get that underway. That means I need to dig out this and this. Probably not quite so far. So if I'm going to put the airlock here, then I need to come down like this and dig out all of this. That. Okay. I always need more iron too, so let's queue up another task of that. Wonder if I can dig out here a couple of tiles to let this oxygen come up. Seems like a good idea. And right, so now we've got the advanced wiring done. Fantastic. There was one other thing I wanted done, which is the advanced automation so that we get access to the buffer gate. So that'll be the last research we need before we can get this power system up and running. So got all that dug out just about. Not quite. I need to dig up that. And make this. That's in the wrong spot actually. It's going to be like that, isn't it? So, wait, no. I'll just demonstrate what this airlock's going to look like over here. So we've got a roof. How do I do this? Find a bit more space. So here's our roof. We've got 4 tiles down and here's our floor. What we need to do is bring the set of tiles down like that. Then go down and across. Oops, too far. Like that. And then what we can do is fill this with water. And you can actually make it a little bit more efficient by doing this. So we just fill this tile and these tiles with water. And then the duplicants can get through there. Because it's water, it means we can maintain an atmospheric pressure difference. If we fill another way to do it is to use carbon. You let carbon dioxide fill this area. The problem with those locks, I've had this problem in the past, is that if the air pressure in this side is substantially higher than that side, it can actually flush or rather, if you get very low atmosphere on either side, it can suck the carbon dioxide out effectively. So they're not a perfect airlock, the carbon dioxide ones, especially since the carbon dioxide can compress down into that one tile, allowing some other gases to flow through there. So I prefer a water lock here, and it's no problem because we've got the atmo suits. So the downside of water locks is that the duplicants get wet feet when they go through it, but if they're wearing an atmo suit, they won't get the wet feet debuff. So that's how you sort of get around all that. So this central part here, I was going to do, so we've got this tile, that'll be there, so 1, 2, so it's just there. So that's going to come all the way down there, and then we're going to have that there and there. I'll cancel that for the time being because they need a bit of space to get through. But I also need to dig out that one and that one. Alright. Let's get this guy wrangled. Yeah, this one's hardly running. It's too much carbon dioxide down here. We're going to build a carbon dioxide extractor here. And it's going to have a couple of automation sensors. So for that we need an atmo sensor, and I'm going to build it up here. And I need another sensor too, which is going to be, I don't think we've got it yet actually. Yeah, gas element sensor, so that's the one we need. I'm going to make sure that it's this thing only operates when this is not oxygen, basically. Then we need to build a pipe all the way up, out and over here. Oops. Let's do that. I don't need that one, do I? Yeah, I do. I do want that one. It's a matter of aesthetics. Alright, that's day 1. Not day 1, day 1 of this episode. I think I was missing a table too. We did pick up one more duplicant, but haven't built that table yet. Did that Draco get delivered? He did not. Let's try that again. There's a fair bit of oxygen in this room. If only we could get it to go up to the surface. Hey, there's a Draco egg. This guy must have just laid the egg freshly there. Maybe this is up too high. I might want to bring it down one. Although I do need some space for the actual AND gate that I plan to put in there, but I can put the AND gate on the sensor or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll build it there. Put the AND gate above it. Put the ammo sensor there. So this will be basically where I build this sensor will determine the level that our base ends up having for oxygen. So oxygen will be down to here and everything else will be below. Or rather below this point we don't care whether it's carbon dioxide or whatever. So alright, let's speed up through the night. good. Slow down now. Now, power-wise, we've got this new wiring, and I probably should be wiring things up with that now. Granite. Oops. Let's get granite in there. And in there. Oh, I don't need that tile. Oh yeah, I do. For the symmetry, man. For the symmetry. Also want those two done. Just come back here and reprioritize that. Perfect. And I will want a water pump thingy. I can actually put it on this side. It's a little bit closer. Closer is better. Okay, all of this is done, so now we can pop in some of that at least, like that. Looks like the Dreco still hasn't been wrangled. He's up much higher there, so soon. I also need to start thinking about sealing in this. So we're going to actually use heavy watt wire down here. The petroleum generator uses, or produces, 2 kilowatts. Now I could use this 2 kilowatt conductive wire on it, but I may have more than one generator down here that I link up. So we'll switch over to heavy watt wire there. This is going to be for over 500 as usual. And I want to set this up with some water. Maybe not yet. I'll come back to that. That can actually wait. Alright. He's been wrangled. Oh, stinky. You in a rush there, buddy? Do we have Dreco delivery here? I think I've checked this about 100 times, but yes, we do. We're okay. Alright. Looks like we're getting ethanol. No? Iron ore. Okay. I should build a storage bin here for them to bring some of the metals to. It's better that they haul as part of a tidying task, because they'll come and collect like 1,000 kilograms, but if they do delivery tasks, they'll only deliver what's required to do one operation, so it's not an efficient use of the duplicant's walking time. Alright, Dreco delivered. Excellent. So he's now cramped, unfortunately. We need to get some of these eggs out if we care about breeding the hatch, which I kind of do. So put all the critter eggs back on in there. Oh, actually, no, not all. Not the Dreco one. Or Pip. Just the Shine Infant hatchling egg, actually. Bring those eggs out of here. Freeze up the cramped debuff. There's a whole bunch of Shine Nymph eggs there, actually. How's that? Still cramped. This farms is still operational for the moment. It's looking okay. I can actually dig out this area here. This is a good idea. Dig this out, it'll be a little bit more carbon sink. Some of this oxygen can come out. Can even get those mealwood. Alright, disaster almost averted. Now in here we want all the metal ores. Yeah. of these Drakos when they've been sheared. They have they appear to have no tail anymore. Excellent animations in this game. Really, really, it does add a lot to it, I think. Oh, I should cancel that little airlock plan. And pop this in here. I've got to fill in that last tile when we're ready. Have we brought across any ethanol yet? No, still not a priority. Let's keep that thing running if we can. Yeah, poor Ellie trying to do the research here. She's running out of breath. I don't need that door closed anymore. Looks like the pips have stopped planting new oxyphones in here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's still 5 seeds left. Looks like this is nearly full. Wait, what? Oh, brine. Somehow some brine got in there? What? Oh, did this tick on? Oh no. Really? Terrible. Terrible. You're only supposed to do polluted water. Worst. That means the pipes are going to back up if I don't take care of this, so... That's terrible. I need... That can wait though, can it? How long can that wait for? Probably one cycle. This will back up. Oh man. New problems. I don't need new problems. We already have enough problems, thanks. This game, man. Where's the water? We're down to our last skerricks of water up here. We can dig this out. There's a bit more of a carbon dioxide sink. Let's speed up through the night. Yeah, they really suck down the oxygen when they're sleeping in a room like that. Okay. What I'm looking at down here is, I think I want to build another pitcher pump down here. But let's jump into this research. I think she's got one more task there before, yeah, the advanced automation. Yes, I'm just going to dig out 2 tiles there, and I can build a pump. One more tile there like that. No, I'll do this other side. That's less digging required. Hey, cancel. If I just dig that one tile of dirt there, the pitcher pump can go there. And we'll get all the water. Okay. So I want the ethanol brought over. Going to increase that prior. Oh, I've never ticked it on. That's why. Okay. Let's crank that up. And we can plan out these. Let's get this power all wired in. How do I power that? Tricky. We've got enough. Okay, we've got enough coal to keep us going for a while, so I'm actually going to dig these. I can't deconstruct these, so I don't plan to use them again. But I will get in some heavy watt wire using aluminium, iron, I think. I'm going to run that up there. Deconstruct that tile. Need to make sure this is actually switched off. Disable building. Otherwise, as soon as the ethanol gets here, it'll start up. Okay, so I can't quite power this in yet. Plan is to build a heavy watt bridge there like that, but it'll connect it to this other network, and I don't want to do that quite yet. So we'll just have to wait. Ethanol. Let's sweep up that stuff blocking the pumps. Doesn't actually affect anything, it's just an aesthetic choice. But I'd like to be able to see the base of the pump for some reason. That makes it clear what's going on, I think. This thing's nearly full, so I'm just going to toggle it like that to allow it to be refilled with everything that needs to be swept. Same with this, I've got to toggle these out so that they don't go, the viability is not affected too much. He's been shorn, so we can wrangle him. Turn that off, except for hatches. And we can turn this one back on for Dracos. And release him back into the wild. Where's his scale regrowth? 22%. It's pretty slow going. Could bring that Draco egg up though, but nah. Yeah, here we go. We're getting into dangerous territory here. Why is there reed fiber here, of all places? It's bizarre. I wonder how it got down there. Oh, there was a chest there, that's right. That chest was saying store industrial ingredients, which was lumber and reed fiber. There's always a reason. Alright, research nearly done. We're going to have a duplicate in 1 minute. Did I turn auto bottling on for this? I probably didn't, did I? This one rather. Yeah, enable auto bottle. So in order to get them to actually pump this up, I need to enable auto bottling and have it only selected on ethanol. And that's been switched off now, so that's actually all safe to do. I might dig up these tiles here to let some oxygen flow through a bit more freely. It's got that, but I don't know, anything that'll help I think will be good. Alright, new printables. I don't know if there's anybody we want. Doctor supply. That's actually pretty good. Tidy, decorate. That's also good. Doctor and supplies. Immune to food poisoning, quick learner. Decreased germ resistance though for the doctor. Ugh. Do I want another one? We've got 8 already and our food situation's a bit grim. What do you think? Otherwise we can get dirt. Don't really need dirt. Cooking, tidying we don't need. Tidying and decorating is not bad. Grease monkey. But I said we wanted a doctor. With secondary skill of supplying, like that's ideal. We should just grab that right now. Let's grab bubbles. Okay, cool. So skills. Now I did give Ellie that medicine, but I can switch that out for something more useful. And get bubbles into... I'll start on medicine, will I? Yeah, I'll start on medicine. And we'll get up to level 2 medicine and then we'll go into supply. Alright, 9 duplicants. They'll be absolutely chewing through the food. Literally and figuratively. So we'll have to sort that out really quickly. There we go. Now we've got a fair bit of this material, but I always want more. Let's go iron, another 10. And we've released all the Dracos. Great. Did we how's this hatch going? Is he reproducing? We've got 2 hatch eggs now. Oh, some of them just popped out. 1. Stay still. Stay still. I see 2 hatchling eggs there. Cool. All right. So yeah, these guys are producing carbon for us. Not carbon. Coal for the coal power plant. Super important. It's always useful to have coal for the coal generators. They're a very good source of power for, like, some people like to build manual generators. Say I build some little base over here somewhere to do something for a short term. Some people like to use manual generators for, say I was to pump that out, for example. I prefer to use the coal generators. They're quite good, basically. Anyway, looks like we're very close to having this power plant up and running. We've just got to finish off the current tech. I can dig that up. We don't need that anymore. So we're going to mop up all that liquid there. And we've got this new pump up and operational. So the next episode we'll get this petroleum generator running and start pumping this gas out and probably get the exo-suit docks up and running as well. So looking pretty good. Everybody's off to bed. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next episode.